Hey, SEGways!
It's time to revisit Most Haunted. Last time I covered this massively influential but comically cartoonish paranormal TV show was way back when Derek Acorah, everyone's favourite con artist, was the star of this show as the expert bullshitter. I mean, psychic, medium of course. But today I'm going to be fast forwarding many years of Most Haunted's long lifespan. Bastards hang in there longer than Keith Richards. Without the late Derek Acorah's silly antics, to their investigation of 30 East Drive.
What a dump.
Which is said to be haunted by the UK's most violent poltergeist. I've never covered a channel visiting 30 East Drive before, and unfortunately I have not had the opportunity to visit it for myself. This is mainly because whenever I go back to the UK to visit family and friends, it's around the December-January time of year. And 30 East Drive closes for about 2 or 3 weeks around that time. I do hope I can get to the UK at a different time of year because I really would like to check this place out for myself. Anyway, I've not seen this episode of Most Haunted before, but I have been asked to look at it a whole bunch of times, and I can see it's highly rated on IMDb. So that's enough waffling from me, let's get stuck into the video.
The bedrooms in this place could be your bedrooms, the living room could be your living room, and more alarmingly, the activity in this home could happen in yours.
I'll hand it to Yvette, or whoever writes her dialogue. This is a clever way to get people invested and interested in an otherwise not so exciting regular ass townhouse.
As soon as we started filming, activity seemed to happen all around us. We have taken the decision to show you a piece to camera that was interrupted by something that has no explanation.
Okay, interesting, let's go. Let's go? Why is the camera just panning through the house like this? That is some ugly wallpaper. Not as ugly as the carpet though. Ah, Yvette.
And action.
Action!
Hello and good morning. Should traffic wardens be armed? In the studio...
Welcome to an investigation that was far from the ordinary and far from anything we were prepared for. This is 30 East Drive.
Whoa!
See that? It was a marble flying at you at full-on pelt.
I just find the shot of the cameraman walking up the stairs looking directly up Yvette's nose really funny. But anyway, back to the silly claims made by Yvette.
I must focus on the task at hand.
The problem we have here is all we can hear is Yvette's voice and the creaks made by the camera guy as he's walking up the stairs.
We were prepared for. This is 30 East Drive.
Whoa!
So we can't hear a marble or another small solid object hitting a hard surface. And we certainly didn't see it because, surprise surprise, the ghostly activity happened behind the bloody camera. Again. I mean, when I look through that weird shot of the camera panning through the house, I can't see any marbles anywhere. And I've looked a fair few times, I can't see anything that might even resemble a marble. And it's not like there's very many areas for this to be thrown in this narrow part of the house. So really, I have no idea how Yvette could have noticed that it was in fact a marble.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Where did it come from?
Behind you.
I like this Samwise Gamgee looking fella whose head just appears.
By rights, we shouldn't even be here.
Where you are, behind Greg.
Yeah.
Behind Greg. So the wall there, behind his back, it came out of there.
Here it is.
It came out of there, Carl.
It came out of the wall.
It came out of the freaking wall. I saw it.
So Yvette is claiming that she saw a marble manifest itself out of a solid wall. It's early in the video and already my bullshit radar is going crazy. But I'll hand it to Yvette, she's definitely right at the whole start of this little segment when she said this.
That was interrupted by something that has no explanation.
I cannot think of a logical explanation for any of this other than she's lying.
Well, duh.
I don't think this could be an honest mistake. I don't have the imagination to think of any kind of circumstances on how something like this that she is claiming could happen naturally. I don't think this is the kind of thing she could just be wrong about. I think she is talking out of her fucking ass. But since I can't actually prove any of this, I don't want to dwell on it too much longer. Let's just get on to the next load of nonsense. And believe me guys, this video is full of nonsense like this.
It came out of the wall and hit you, and it came quickly, like with violence.
I don't believe you.
Whoa.
Look, I'll show you.
We got it on camera. That was it. I heard it on camera. That was it.
This is what it did. I'll show you. From my eyes, it went like this. So you were there and it went like that. It didn't come from here. it was straight from me. I saw it go across and hit you or hit the, but it came with force.
Do you actually believe the crap that comes out of your mouth?
That was fantastic because I could tell it wasn't down the corridor. It had to have come from here.
Bullshit.
Normally at this point in the show, I would walk around and show you the property and the areas that we're going to film.
But since that will take all of 45 seconds in this small townhouse, I think we best skip all that bollocks.
When we walked through for your piece of camera we've just done, we've got the shot of this whole room, which was done seconds ago. We're all accounted for, and we'll see whether that is in there. And if that's not in there, then that's been put on there, and that is dangerous.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
They don't seriously expect us to believe this, do they? I mean, come on.
This incident made us all very apprehensive indeed.
Most British way of responding to getting a knife up your bum.
We must confess that the whole knife fiasco was rather bothersome. Carl here said that sitting on it would put him right off watching the cricket.
That has just made this investigation take a very sinister turn. Concerns me a great deal.
Oh, and we've been sitting on that as well.
But we have to be careful.
Whereabouts was it?
Just right there. Sticking up there.
Sticking up?
Sticking,
through here, mate.
It was sticking up, yeah.
Oh.
Who farted?
Look at the top right window. While this footage was being shot, everyone was accounted for and no windows were open.
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
My question here is why would they leave an expensive camera out on the front garden to film this B-roll? Couldn't it get damaged? Or if everyone's back was turned, what if someone just nicked it? I'm not going to pretend to understand how professional camera operators film for TV, but this does still seem rather odd to me. Whenever I need to film B-roll for one of my shitty ghost hunting videos on YouTube, if it's a still shot, it won't last for more than 5 to 10 seconds max. If I'm panning around, it might go on a bit longer than that, but from what we see of Most Haunted here, this clip lasts for 26 seconds. And it could well have been filming even longer than that, that's just all we see in this episode. So why would you leave the camera all alone like this unless they are taking their sweet time to fake all that ghostly happenings happening through the window there? Just my opinion of course, but for me this doesn't add up.
Whatever is said to haunt this place was making itself known.
Hello.
While taking shots of the bedroom, things took another sinister turn.
Bloody hell, Most Haunted, chill out there. You're no spring chickens anymore. You surely can't keep it up at this pace.
I beg your pardon?
What the? What?
Okay. Serious question. Is this a parody now? Is Most Haunted parodying themselves? Is this a comic relief special or something? First off, there is no sound, just this creepy ambient audio. So we don't hear any of the sounds being made at the time of recording, and that's an intentional decision they made during post-editing. The camera is on a tripod and we never see the area of the room where the desk is before the cross is thrown on the bed from the windowsill. The cameraman then walks in front of the camera and tries to investigate what actually happened, but he never points the camera to where that blind spot is just below the desk. I've watched this a bunch of times and I can't see any shadows being casted anywhere that would be out of the ordinary. If I had to hazard a guess here, personally I think that someone is sat underneath that camera there where it's out of shot, using a long stick-like object and just pushed across onto the bed. We can't hear any of the movement because like I said earlier, conveniently they play an ambient overlay rather than the actual noise happening in the moment. And all I'm left here thinking after watching all this is the balls on these guys trying this on is really actually quite funny to me.
With so much happening, Carl and I decided to place some lock-off cameras around the house. If you are here, well, I know you're here. I hope that you will come and introduce yourselves to us, or self to us. I mean, nothing. It's weird. It's like you go away. You'll hear noises upstairs, you'll come back and something's moved.
Sometimes a picture really does say 1,000 words.
Well, hello. About time too.
What do you mean about time too? You've had more crazy shit happening to you in the opening 15 minutes of this episode than any honest paranormal investigator would get in several lifetimes.
Do you mean us harm?
I hope that means yes.
I'm telling you now. This place is evil. This house is evil.
I don't think we should be here.
With a performance as bad as that, no wonder Yvette's acting career never took off.
I mean, we sat on this very sofa where a knife was put between the cushions.
Yeah, again, this is all stuff that happened before the programme has started, when you were setting up, and you can only go off so many stories before you have to experience these things for yourself. I don't want to dismiss anything that people have experienced, but it doesn't necessarily have to be paranormal. There could be a rational explanation.
Please tell me a rational explanation for a knife handle being wedged between sofa cushions, exposing the blade for anyone to sit on. It's either paranormal or fake as fuck. I can't really see any other possibilities here. Or maybe one of your crew is a complete psychopath. If this guy is supposed to be a discount Dr. Kieran O'Keefe, then no wonder Most Haunted went so far off the deep end when he left. Because this guy right here does not look like he's going to call them out on their bullshit whatsoever.
This house, with its poltergeist activity, is allegedly and reported the most violent poltergeist activity in the world. Now, where has that come from? Why? We can't just ignore it.
Yes, you can.
Some of these reports are genuine, are real, and cannot be explained. You've even said yourself, when you've heard the knocking and the tapping, you can't explain it. That is paranormal.
Yeah.
It's not normal, so it's paranormal.
Stop trying to do a sleight of hand here, Yvette. Paranormal is not defined by the opposite of normal. It's defined by that of the supernatural.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, let's not dismiss these people's points of view. I mean, if that's what they've seen, I don't want to take that away from them, what they think they saw or what they know they saw. I'm only interested in what we will see tonight.
Okay, serious time here for a moment. This fella gave a pretty good answer. If people swear down that they've seen some paranormal phenomena, I'm not really here to take that away from them either. If they want my opinion on their story, then I'm happy to give it to them, and maybe it's not what they want to hear, but they did ask for my opinion. But I'm not here to go out of my way to disprove any individual's personal experiences, or what they perceive to be an experience of the paranormal. If this brings them comfort that they believe they've seen a loved one, or excitement, or hope that there may well be an afterlife, then crack on with your beliefs. But if this brings about any kind of irrational fear in your day-to-day life, or if this means that it gets in the way of you getting through the grieving process, then that is when I believe a good, hard, vigorous debunking is in order.
One of the things that frightens me most about this location is that it could have been my house, and it could be anybody's house watching, because it's a modernish house, and it happened just like that. Just one day it just went like that and the phenomena started, which means that it could happen just like that at anybody's house watching tonight.
What Yvette is trying to do here strongly reminds me of the tactics Ghostwatch use in their massively underrated masterpiece. One of the things that made that show so scary is that the hauntings all happened in a regular house. And then they had people who were actually actors call in to say that their house, which is a regular ass house, was also becoming haunted because of what they were watching on screen. And as great as that whole hoax show was, it was about as fictional as Most Haunted is, what I'm watching right now.
When people are going to bed tonight and you turn that light off and you come down in the morning and think, oh sure, I turned that light off. Why is that cupboard door open? That could be the beginning of a haunting and you don't know. And that's what frightens me about this house. It's so real.
Oh, scary. Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
While I talked to Glenn, our locked off cameras caught some amazing footage in the middle bedroom. We can see the windows are not open as the curtains remain still and the balls move in different directions, so we can eradicate wind as a possible cause. Another strange occurrence in this room was the appearance of a shadow at the door, which wasn't there earlier.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack here. I'm going to mostly ignore this shadow by the door that clearly is just a light change from the hallway. The light from the curtains inside the room doesn't change at all, so I can only assume that someone closed a door or a window in the hallway here, since you can see when the ping pong balls move for the first time to when they move the second time, according to Most Haunted, was about an hour. And the problem we got with going off this whole timeline of an hour thing is we've only got Most Haunted's word on this, which is about as trustworthy as a dog being left alone with a steak. So anyway, back to the ping pong balls. At first I thought this may well be someone standing with a leaf blower or something, and they were blowing the balls from what I thought was a blind spot on the right hand side of the camera here. But on further inspection, I actually don't think this is a blind spot, and certainly not enough for someone to be standing there with any kind of device to blow the balls. Also, they made the effort to put that book up on the bed, and I can't see any of the pages kind of flickering here. But then when the balls blow back in the opposite direction, that's when this whole thing gets a little bit more interesting and more difficult to try and debunk. So I ended up calling my good friend Kenny Biddle to ask for his opinion, and after some back and forths and deciding what in fact was noteworthy and what was just artifacting from a YouTube compression of the video, we both came to the conclusion that this is more than likely a mask. And instead of boring you all with the details right here by going on and on and on about it, I decided to do something a little bit different and demonstrate firsthand what I think Most Haunted have done here. So this is my very first attempt at a mask. I'm by no means an expert of this skill, if you want to call it that. But Most Haunted's mask is very good. Much better than your average YouTuber's attempt anyway. I guess that's the advantage of having a whole production crew, professional editors, professional cameraman filming your lies. But in all honesty, I don't think this is too bad an attempt for the first time trying this bullshit. In Most Haunted's mask, Kenny noticed the line in the bed frame here that could well be an overlay sign. But since the room is so well lit, it's actually impressive how Most Haunted managed to pull this off. But make no mistake here guys, this is a mask. This is not paranormal, this is a mask. Kenny also gave the whole ping pong ball blowing trick a go as well. So first I'm going to show the ghostly version of what Kenny captured. And now I'm going to include some behind the scenes DVD bonus footage of how Kenny actually did it. Gotta hand it to him, the man knows how to blow.
Cheeky.
What?
There was a noise then. A whisper. There was a whisper in there.
Really?
There was a whisper in there. Well, I don't know what it said.
You're full of shit.
I've just come up here just to check that the locked off cameras are working, but every time I come up I get actual palpitations.
Fucking pussy.
What did it whisper?
I can't figure out exactly what it just went. It was like something trying to talk but not actually saying anything.
So like Joe Biden.
Everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
What should we call you? What do they call him? What do they call him?
They call him Fred.
Fred? Can I call you Fred?
Go fuck yourself, Fred.
No. Okay?
What's your name? Tell us your name.
Bloody hell, they don't give this poltergeist much time to respond if it's Fred or not.
We decided to use something that we devised years ago, but to date have never used on television. The most simple yet effective way to communicate is something we call the tapping board.
We're going to point to some letters. When we come to a letter, tap if it's the letter of your name.
Where's Cody and Satori when you need them?
Okay, ready? So we've got C. Do that again.
This has got to be the most heavy-footed camera guy ever.
Keep still, guys.
Okay, hold on.
You were a priest.
Oh yeah, don't let us see how you got all this information written on the page here. We're just gonna trust that you've heard this many responses from the ghost, are we?
Do you have a message for us, please? Just a message? Yeah. Okay. First letter.
How do people believe in this bollocks. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's hilarious and all. Somehow, Most Haunted found a way of becoming even more fake after Derek Acora left the bloody show.
Whoa.
Seriously, whenever a noise does happen, which could well be any one of the people stood in this bloody room, Yvette just kind of ignores it and just keeps on going with this whole letter pointing thing until she arrives to the letter that she wants to write on the paper to fit her storyline.
What a fucking disgrace.
What is it?
So you want us to get out?
I'm so glad we all waited for this imaginative message.
We had just discovered evil has a name. Carl Anthony, the terror that has plagued this house for years.
Your brain isn't even connected to your mouth, is it?
Anyway, some new fella enters the chat and he's setting up some recording device for EVPs. It's a pretty big recording device, but you know, whatever. And as this guy's explaining what the recording device is supposed to do, which, you know, record, there's another marble that it gets thrown down the stairs, which apparently came from a bed from the upstairs, so somehow the marble made its way from that bed all the way down the stairs, and there's a whole bunch of guys stood between where the marble is on the bed and the bottom of the stairs. Honest to God, I don't really know what they're going with this. It's so bloody weird, so let's just skip ahead.
We haven't had knocking this loud
for a long time.
But this is revolving. This is going all around the place.
It's like a gathering for your friend's 4th wedding, where people just kind of show up but no one really gives a shit anymore. I mean, how many more people do they think they got to fit into this small bloody house? But in all honesty, I don't think we really got to worry about contamination here because it's non-stop faking going on instead.
What, seriously though, what if he throws something and it is a knife and it actually hits us?
If it hurts anyone, you'll kill him again.
No, but no, I'm serious though.
Someone could get stabbed. That's a serious.
Super seriously.
Every single one person in this room has openly agreed to walk in to a house that has a record of having the most violent poltergeists in the world. So whatever happens to us, we've welcomed that by walking in the front door, and any of us can walk out whenever we want. And I have to admit, more so than any. This is
what is that?
Banging.
No. That was like a big bang, like on the stairs or out there.
Let's go and have a look on the stairs. 1, 2, 3. We're all upstairs, aren't we?
Yeah, no one downstairs.
I've just seen a reflection in this mirror when I was halfway up the stairs there of just a person.
Isn't it funny how the camera never picks this stuff up? Like, ever?
And I looked around because I thought it's got to be one of us, and then I realised we were all upstairs. Yeah.
You're so clever, Carl. So very, very clever.
Something made I felt, there it is again.
Oh yeah.
It's underneath my feet.
What was that?
It came from under
I just heard something really loud coming through here.
I thought it was coming from under Yvette's feet.
No, I got something from under Yvette's feet. I did the weird sort of second looking thing when I thought a shadow just moved past here.
Liar! Liar! It's on fire!
That's coming from the walls.
It's the wall!
Well, do your worst. Come on. Do anything you want to me.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
I kind of stupidly thought I'd come up here on my own. I can hear bangs and knocks. It's coming from the walls.
Walls, walls, walls.
Do something to Carl. Do something to Carl. Do it now.
Ah! Oh, the door shut. The door shut. That door's open, and it's just shut.
Nothing says a scary poltergeist messing with you like it gently closing a door. But I do find Carl's high-pitched yelp pretty funny here.
Ah! Ah! if you're here, do something. Show yourself to me.
You fucking cunt!
What is that on the floor? What is that? Right, okay. What's in there? There's some noise. Hello?
I have cut out so many knocks and bangs that happen in the short time Carl is up the stairs of 30 East Drive. It's pretty much non-bloody stop at this point. And yeah, the bullshit is getting pretty tiresome right now.
What the hell is that? That wasn't that when I came in. What is it? That was a noise. I'm going. I'm not. There's absolutely no way on this earth I'm staying upstairs.
Oh, sissy!
And that's pretty much where I'm going to finish part 1 of Most Haunted Time at 30 East Drive. If you'd like me to cover the part 2 episode, please let me know in the comments. Well, this was a load of old bollocks, wasn't it? And I mean, it was non-stop back to 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 back bullshit. But it wasn't boring. Annoying, frustrating, and fucking stupid, but I can't say boring. Most of this part 1 episode was just shit happening between intros and B-roll. There wasn't really that much actual investigating happening. That nonsense I'm guessing they're gonna save for part 2. So, if you enjoyed my take on all this nonsense, please give the video a like and subscribe to the Side Eye Guy channel. Right, I'm off to try and see if I can plan a UK trip while 30 East Drive is actually open, because I would really like to check this small little townhouse for myself and just be disappointed by it. What's new? Ta very much. Cheerio!
Bringing truth to all those fake channels on my